All right, and we're back for another edition of Lucky 13 Podcast. Yeah.
It's dark in here.
It's a little dark in here.
I kind of like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to complain that it was too dark.
Yeah, no, too bright. Frankie was upset about the dark.
Because he couldn't read.
Because he's blind.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No Frankie again. We'll get Frankie back someday.
Yeah,
he's being
too
punished.
mad at him. Yeah, he's being punished.
He's being punished.
He's being punished.
Yeah. So it's just us fucking hanging out with you. To fill you in what happened last week. I was out of town. I went to fucking lovely Florida.
Yeah, you went to Florida, and the shit hit the fan here.
Yeah, what a shit show.
We had a shit show.
If you didn't hear about it, I'm sure everybody fucking
most
saw
people,
it.
Most people heard about it, but not actually, because I posted that article that Matt Harvey wrote on my personal Facebook yesterday, and people were like, "Oh, what happened?" So not everybody looks at
and they don't,
the Lucky 13 page or
somebody else said to me too. They were like, "Oh, how was your?" I said, "I didn't get to fucking relax." I said, "I was stressed all the time because everything going on here."
Yeah.
So. We were called Nazi supporters, and then we're called
cowards. Because we took the band off the bill.
There was a band that. How do you even pronounce the name of that band?
Niagara Blitz. Niagara Blitz.
Whatever. So they were supposed to play here. I don't know shit about black metal, so it fucking went right over my head. I have no fucking idea. And Metal Mafia booked the show. They booked shows for us before. You knew it might be
that band wasn't actually even on the original bill. They were added later.
So a couple of days you did say this might be a little controversial.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, man, maybe we shouldn't do that now. So whatever. We ended up canceling the band.
Right. We held on as long as we could. Because I hate having to cancel any bands.
Listen, their shit was questionable. I mean, not questionable. It was downright fucking brutal. I mean, their content for their...
Sure, they have terrible content, but we don't agree with everything that happens back here.
No,
and we don't have to,
But, we've canceled fucking other shows because of that crap.
Well, we canceled the Skinhead fucking rally. That's a different thing. They were raising money for some felon.
That's
true. That's kind of a different thing. That wasn't just music playing,
True. He got arrested for fucking carrying guns.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different situation. Yeah, and that was also we were lied to about that whole show as well because it was a big secret. So that's not going to fly. But if I actually know what it is, and I think that. Since black metal is about hate, I think that a lot of people just don't understand that. And when you're getting a bunch of phone calls saying, I hear you have a white supremacist band playing at your bar and they're a bunch of Mexicans, people didn't even actually know what they were protesting against.
I should have saved all the voicemails
and played them on the podcast. Yeah.
Because they were like, I heard there's Nazi skinhead bands playing at your Nazi skinhead
No Nazi skinheads.
I'm like, no, they weren't Nazi skinheads.
And no white supremacists.
No, they were just
They're definitely anti-Jew, anti-Muslim, anti-Christian, and of course the anti-Jewish lyrics are the ones that people pulled and made a big deal about. So, which is understandable. So we canceled the show just because we didn't want any violence, we didn't want any problems. This is our business after all. And then, so we were attacked by the left, and then we were attacked by the right for canceling the band to make sure everybody was safe. So you can't win. You can't make anybody.
There was that one guy from the black metal band. There was a black metal band on Long Island. I don't know if you saw her, and he's like, we're boycotting this place because they cancel bands for no fucking reason. Yeah. And I was like, fuck you, your band sucks anyway.
Yeah. Whatever.
And it was good, though, because you were giving nice, intelligent answers, and I was just
I know. I was, writing these nice, well-thought-out answers, and then I look, while I'm working that night, Jeff gets drunk and is in Florida and starts writing, fuck you cunt, to people on the fucking, as the Lucky 13 page, too. So, and I'm like, oh, great, everyone thinks that's me. Yeah, For sure, everyone thinks that's me. No, because
some people that actually wrote to me, like, dude, you're a fucking, a guy named Chuck Taylor, who's on Facebook, he actually said to me at one point, like, dude, I know you're on vacation. Stop reading this shit. Fucking relax. Yeah. And I'm like, you're right.
It's just nothing you could have done.
No,
I just wanted you to know what was going on, but there's nothing you could have done.
It was funny too, because when I posted up that the band was on. It was like Antifa posted on their website and on their Facebook page, and I posted that it was canceled. That you were coming up with a response. You know what I mean? And some dude wrote to me like, you pussy faggot. And I was like, and I messaged him personally. I was like, listen, motherfucker, anytime you want to come to Brooklyn, fucking come to Brooklyn and we'll fucking square off. Call me a pussy faggot. And then he fucking pulled it right down. And all these people who were commenting were from like fucking Portland.
I mean, the Yelp reviews we got were from Iowa and DC, and nobody that ever comes here. You know what I mean? No. But I got all those pulled down. So that's all. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Fucking
bye-bye. Call me a Nazi on fucking Yelp when you're in Iowa. Fuck you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The fuck is wrong with these people?
And everything's so fucked up right now. I watched that documentary on Vice, not a documentary, but that Vice News. You watch Vice News on HBO?
Yes.
They had one, and it was all about Charlottesville, and that was fucking awful. And like, you know,
that guy Christopher Cantwell is a fucking huge twat.
What a fucking.
I have a great video of him crying.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see it? Yeah. So great. Fuck that guy. So no one should think that we are Nazi supporters in any way. I also happen to be Puerto Rican, so like the whole thing is ridiculous. But and fuck that. Fuck real Nazis and neo-Nazis, but I have no problem with black metal. I have no problem with music. Sometimes it's about really left stuff, and sometimes it's about really right stuff. And we live in a country where you have free speech, and who gives a shit? It's music. If you want to have a political rally, that's a different story. You know?
And that's it. And we don't want. I don't want.
We don't want anything political here. We're not taking sides. We're not making a political stance. It's a fucking bar. Whatever. There's people that come in here that voted for Trump. I voted for Hillary. Whatever. Like, who cares?
I didn't vote.
You didn't vote at all because you hate everyone.
Yeah, because it's fucking pointless to me. It's pointless.
Well, it's not pointless, but whatever. So, what was I going to say? So that's all done now, whatever, and we've moved on. So I went to see Marduk last night. So I decided I'm going to go see bands that are on Antifa's shit list for no good reason. So I took off from teaching last night, which costs me a whole lot of money because I teach 4 classes on Tuesdays just to go see Marduk. Because I feel like if these other venues see people are buying tickets to this stuff, they're not going to get scared because they get a few threats from Antifa and cancel shows.
Right.
So everything was fine last night. And I'm going to go see Inquisition in a couple weeks as well.
Okay. They played, who the hell did I see them open? They've opened up for Mayhem.
They did, but they've gotten shows shut down, and now they're not playing in Rhode Island because Nyog the Blitz played at this club. The first night of this tour that we were on the Saturday was on Thursday, and they played at the club, and it was before really anybody realized who they were, because they're an underground nobody band.
And this kind of blew them up.
And then all of a sudden, someone realized who they were, so the club got so much shit and all kinds of threats the next day. So the club got so freaked out that they canceled the fucking Inquisition show, which is coming up in like less than 2 weeks.
Is Inquisition like...
No, they're not.
What's their story? Well, I'm just asking. I'm fucking not educated in black metal.
Dagon is, you know what? Go and read interviews with him. He's kind of dumb. At the end of the day, they're Colombian.
Okay.
So they're not white either. But at the end of the day, like, he said some not so great things, but he also says we are absolutely not Nazis, or are we for that stuff? You know what I mean? But he has a side project called 88mm, which was on that same compilation that Nyog the Blitz was on, and that's part of the problem.
Gotcha.
And people are like 88mm, and he's talking about it's some kind of shell or bullet from a war. I'm not exactly sure where he read about it, but that's why he named the band that. And people are saying, no, 88 stands for Heil Hitler, because that's 88 is supposedly HH. And he's like, that's ridiculous. That is not what it is. Here's the research that I did where I got the name of the band. But this is, people just go insane.
And everybody's so uptight about it.
Everyone's really uptight. And right now, people have a right to be uptight. And Antifa, people should be protesting shit. People should be protesting neo-Nazis and rallies that are to the right and all of that shit. But leave music alone.
But do you, this is my thing too, though. Like, so do you think these white supremacists and stuff, do you think they have the right in this country to hold rallies and speeches and all that kind of crap?
If there's no violence, which is rare, that's the problem.
It is rare.
Freedom of speech we have the right. We have First Amendment rights in this country to say whatever we want.
The problem is everybody's so fucking angry.
Right.
So you get the left fucking showing up to these rallies ready to fight, and then you got the right now fucking ready to fight.
So that's the problem.
Or vice versa, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
if everyone could demonstrate peacefully, it would be one thing, but I don't know if that's happening right now.
And there could be calm discussions. Everybody's so fucking...
But these assholes show up with guns.
They did.
So that's not okay.
Fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
How many guns he
that's
had and all
insane.
that kind of shit?
Yeah, it's insane. That's not okay. That's not okay.
But it's also too the left is fucking macing all these guys and starting all that kind of shit. So
everybody's an asshole right now. The extreme left and the extreme right can all go fuck yourselves.
Oh
that's all I have to say.
It's crazy.
I'm going to stay moderate.
Yeah. Did you say that's that article I sent you about the guy who saw? Do you believe any of that shit? You think it's conspiracy? Remember I sent you that article about people with Trump shirts on, Black Lives Matter shirt on, all that kind of shit, getting off the same bus, going to the rally, and there's like Craigslist ads posted, like people that are hired by the news companies.
That's bullshit.
Do you think it's all bullshit?
Yeah, that's total bullshit. Nobody's hiring anybody.
Yeah.
No. Extras like from movies were like, oh, I wish I could get paid work like that, you know?
I mean, do they though? I don't know.
No one's paying anybody for that shit. That's just like, it's like Trump fake news, you know what I mean? It's totally ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous. No one's paying anybody to protest.
Yeah.
On either side. It's just stupid.
I'm protesting.
But fuck it all. You protested by not voting.
Yeah, I did. I don't want to get involved.
You need to vote.
I want to go to work. I want to fucking hang out.
You need to vote.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking bother me.
Unfortunately, our president is a fucking racist. So that's part of the problem.
I don't want to talk politics.
Part of the problem we have right now.
I fucking hate politics.
So anyway, Marduk was, as usual, okay. They were okay. I like Marduk, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inquisition coming up on September 13th. You know what? I've seen Marduk like 10 times. So if you've never seen them before, it's probably exciting. Inquisition show coming up September 13th. I'll be there. It's at Gramercy also.
Cool.
We have some shows here at Lucky 13 this weekend. I don't know if anybody will hear this before then, but there's some stuff going on here. And I'll be at St. Vitus on Saturday if anybody is. And then I'll be here afterwards.
Yeah.
So.
And that Mortician show next Friday.
Next Friday, Mortician next Friday. Yeah, that's the 8th, September 8th.
Who else is playing that? Mortician, Immortal Suffering. Yeah. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah. So some good stuff happening.
Yeah, Dave Smalley's playing.
A little controversy happens. I heard like you guys were on the cover of Reddit, and I'm like, Reddit is a fucking piece of shit, but we were actually on the cover of Reddit.
Were we?
Yeah,
really?
We were on the cover of Reddit.
I don't know what Reddit is.
Bad news is good news sometimes. You know? Probably made some people look us up.
Did you read the article?
No, I didn't see it. I don't look at that shit.
Yeah.
But I had people telling me like this past weekend, wow, what a shit show you guys had to deal with. A lot of people supported us and said we did the right thing by canceling the band.
Yeah.
Just because, at the last minute, we didn't know if we could keep people safe here, and that's the bottom line.
And that is the bottom line. We need and that's when people are calling us cowards and shit. I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah, this isn't
Let's
your
go
business.
to your fucking job. Yeah. You know what I mean? And start this shit, and it affects your life. You know what I mean? And it's just like, whatever, man. This is our fucking job when it comes down to it. We want everybody to have a good fucking time. We want people to come in here. Whatever. You know what I mean? I need to fucking explain myself. No. Do I need to fucking explain myself?
Yeah, I guess so. Sometimes, because people are assholes.
Yeah.
They don't realize this is actually our business.
Yeah, no, they don't.
They think it's a clubhouse or something.
Yeah. So. Some people get it.
Yeah, a lot of people did get it. So that's cool.
The band, I have to say, the band last night, on a lighter note, the band that played here last night was really fucking good.
Blacktop Mojo?
Blacktop Mojo.
You usually don't know the names of any of the bands that play here.
They were really good. And Behind the Bullet was another one. It's just rare that we get bands in here that actually sing. You know what I mean? And all the...
That's not true. We had a bunch of bands in here this past Saturday.
Not that I hear. All I hear is like...
Well, you don't come in on weekends.
I love that shit too, so... I just haven't been around much.
They did. They played at Ride for Dime. They were called.
I was here for that.
They did a great cover of Shattered.
Yeah, I was here for that.
That guy could sing.
I just saw him at Ride for Dime, and then I saw him
That guy could sing.
Yeah, he could sing. Yeah. He was good. But
what was that? What were they called?
Fuck, I don't remember.
Something. God damn it! Was 2 words. I'm as bad as you right now. Yeah. God damn it.
Blacktop Mojo. They did an Alice in Chains cover, and they did a Led Zeppelin cover. I don't fucking remember. They played at that Ride for Dime too.
I know, it was 2 words.
I went out to that Ride for Dime too on Saturday.
You did, and there was no ride.
No, there was no ride, and I fucking showed up. Tim told me to show up at noontime.
You have to smack Tim with your dick.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I showed up at fucking noon. It didn't start till 2, and it went till midnight. I was like, I started drinking at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 8 o'clock, I was done. I'm like, 6 hours enough standing here.
Yeah.
So then I came here, and then I went to go see the fight. So I had like a fucking 13-hour drinking day on Saturday night.
There you go. Sounds great. So did I. I went to after hours.
Did you watch the fight? You didn't watch the fight. You were working.
I was working.
Did you
behind the bar?
You care about that shit at all or not?
No.
You know?
No. I was asking people that were watching on their phones what was happening because there were a lot of people here watching on their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I liked it. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight?
Yeah, it was good. It was, I knew fucking Mayweather was going to win. Mayweather's a fucking boxer. McGregor's not a boxer. You know what I mean? It was fun.
I didn't even know who won.
Yeah, Mayweather won. 10th round. 10th round TKO. They didn't let him go down, though.
No way.
Mayweather was just beating the shit out of him. They fucking called it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
McGregor's a big guy, right?
He's bigger than fucking Mayweather.
Interesting.
And I had Chris was actually at the fight.
Of course he was.
Well, because it was funny because he was supposed to have a fucking party at his fucking house for the fight. And so I was like gearing up to go to his fucking house, and he calls me that day. He's like, listen, the day before, he's like, listen, I just got fucking free tickets to go see the fucking fight. I can't not go.
Yeah.
So he flew out to fucking Vegas and went to the fight. But he said, he's texting, he's like, dude, does McGregor look fucking huge compared to fucking Mayweather? So he was a lot bigger.
Yeah, big guy.
But it was a good fight.
Interesting.
Mayweather fucking still kicked his ass.
Huh. That's interesting. Why do you think that is? They have different training.
But Mayweather's Mayweather's awesome. And he's fucking.
That's the technical answer.
Well, listen, he just showed that he's a fucking tremendous fighter. And his last fucking 5 fights are boring as fuck because he's all defensive. He wins by points, you know what I mean? And he's all defensive. And he's like backing up the whole time and letting them wear themselves out. He throws enough punches to get all the points and then fucking it's over. But this fight, he actually fucking came at it aggressive and was swinging. It was good.
Okay.
It was like fucking action packed.
He was ready to go.
Yeah. Listen, I can't tell you technical shit. I'm not a big fucking sports guy. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I know when somebody's throwing good punches and when somebody's getting tired, and that's all I need to fucking know. You know what I mean?
You know what I heard today?
No, you tell me what you heard today.
That Kathy Griffin took back her apology about the photos of her with Donald Trump's head.
Oh, Jesus.
She revoked her apology. Because I know we talked about her on here when we were talking about Gore.
She was a big baby before.
She was a big baby. She was like crying. And she's like, I take it back.
Yeah.
Take backsies.
Now she takes it back again?
Yeah, she takes it back. She's not sorry. She decided she's not sorry and people should be angry at Donald Trump and not at her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard on the news today.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, you already were a blubbering fucking mess on
it's
TV.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's really embarrassing.
She should go away for like a year. She's got enough money. You know what I mean? Go away for like a year, chill the fuck out, and then come back out like nothing happened. You know what I mean? People forget about it in a year or so.
Probably. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to do the news today, but I did read that Metal Injection is giving away Mastodon tickets to every Mastodon show on the tour.
Oh, really?
So you can go on Metal Injection and win some Mastodon tickets.
That's cool. Who they playing with?
I don't know. I haven't seen them. Oh, Eagles of Death Metal.
Oh, yeah?
And Russian Circles.
I don't know who Russian Circles is.
That's a band you would like, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you should look them up.
What you been listening to lately?
I don't know. Same shit.
Why are you picking your ear?
I'm itchy.
You got a frog in there?
Yeah, there's a frog in my ear. Urfaust.
Yeah. Urfaust?
know.
That's what you've been listening to?
Yeah,
I've been listening to the latest Godflesh.
I checked out Bolzer because they had been accused of being Nazis, and I was wanted to know how that was going because they got kicked off Spotify.
Yeah, I heard.
They got. I noticed yesterday they're back on Spotify.
Oh, they are.
So they must have had to prove that they weren't Nazis.
Yeah, well, he had to put out a whole release like he fucking talked about, right?
Yeah.
I see an article where he was talking about that shit.
On the Bolzer Facebook page, he talked about how his name is Okoye is actually Nigerian.
All right.
And posted pictures of himself with his like black dad, basically, like fuck you, calling me a white supremacist. He has some questionable tattoos. So he was explaining the history of the sun wheel and the swastika.
He had to explain. He had to explain.
He had to explain. Yeah.
But you know, it's also too like one of those guys that gets a fucking swastika who's like. One of those, Buddhist guys, one of the fucking yogi guy who gets a swastika, and it's like, yeah, man, the swastika was around way before Hitler. Yeah, we know it was, but Hitler ruined it, so fucking don't get it. You know what I mean?
Some people try to take it back, though.
I know a guy who has a fucking necklace of swastikas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's a big yogi fucking phony.
Because if you go to India, there's swastikas everywhere.
I know.
They're everywhere. And I have a statue of Ganesh that has swastikas all over it because it's still used.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. It was a sign of peace, and then,
it's still used. So some people believe it should be taken back.
I went to Florida this week. It was fucking hot as balls down there.
Well, that's because it's in the South.
It was hot. I didn't do a shit ton. We went to fucking Ybor City. Ybor City's like downtown Tampa.
Yeah.
And took my sister out drinking. She kept up with me for the most part. I wonder if she's gonna listen to this because she kept up with me for the most. Like it was fucking hilarious, right? So we're like, I mean, you know, I had like 10 drinks, you know, 10 beers.
Where did you go? Like what kind of places?
I wanted to check out the scene down there. You know what I mean? So we went to some dive bars. And
I heard it's not great.
What, Ybor City?
The scene.
There was no metal scene.
Yeah.
It was fucking jam-packed down there and tons of dude with metal shirts and tattoos and all this kind of shit, but not a single metal bar. There's a place called The Castle, which is kind of goth industrial stuff going on, but it was like kind of taking a step back in time, you know what I mean?
Right.
But there was all metalheads and shit hanging out there. That's where they, you know what I mean? And then there was another bar we went to, I don't remember the name of it, I forget, it began with an R. But whatever, I went to this other dive bar, and it was all these, again, like all these metal guys, like rock guys hanging out, and like they had a regular jukebox. So there was like some rock playing, but then there was like hip hop playing also. So it wasn't like, there was no
mixed.
straight rock venue down, like
Well,
no straight
it's
rock
hard to
place.
make money in this business.
But it's
And
also
especially in certain places.
it's an untapped market down there. But anyway, so we went bar hopping, you know what I mean? Then we went to a karaoke place. And by this time, I was fucking wasted.
Did you do some karaoke?
I was trying to, but they wouldn't let me do Total Eclipse of the Heart. They said it was too fucking slow for a fucking Saturday night. And the place was jam-packed. And I was like, fuck you, I'll pick the fucking place right up. Everybody's going to be singing along and everything.
Of
They're
course,
like, no,
true.
do it again. So then they were trying to
That's
get me.
bullshit.
Yeah, so then they were trying to get my sister's friends down there were trying to get me to do something else. So I was like, I was going to do We're Not Going to Take It by fucking Twisted Sister. But then it was like almost 3, and their bars close at 3.
Right.
So they were getting ready to close down, and all of a sudden my fucking sister's head's in a fucking garbage can fucking puking. And like she, you know, and it was funny because I could tell she was getting fucking wasted at one point because she said she started yelling at me because my brother-in-law, she was giving my brother-in-law a hard time about what he was wearing out, you know. And and I'm like, don't give him like whatever he's comfortable with, let him fucking wear whatever he wants, you know. And she's like, don't tell me Kelsey doesn't fucking dress you. I'm like, she doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She may suggest something, but she never like tells me what to wear. And then when she got wasted, she's like, Kelsey totally tells you what to wear, brah. Like, fucking, it was hilarious. And next thing you know, fucking, she's like, I hear to say to my brother-in-law, I can't drink anymore. And then boom, her head's in a fucking garbage can, fucking puking.
Good times.
Yeah, and then on the way home, we're fucking drunk. And I was laughing, you know, because I'm like, fucking. But we did. She must have had 10 drinks, and then these shots were humongous. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, yeah.
It was like, they were probably 3-ounce shots.
Too much, way too much.
And we're on the way home, and we had to pull over a couple times.
So she could puke. It's the worst.
And she's like,
did she mix stuff too?
It was just, she was drinking like raspberry and soda or something like that.
But what were the shots?
And a Fireball.
Yeah, never.
It was all Fireball.
Yeah, no, you never do that.
I mean, I don't know. I was drinking Jameson, and you know what I mean? That was mine were all Jameson. But girls like Fireball, you know what I mean?
It's fucking disgusting.
So it was hilarious though, because then she's like, I don't know what happened. I only had a couple drinks.
Yeah, like 100 drinks.
I'm like, no, you didn't. You fucking drank a shit ton.
Yeah.
And she's not used to drinking
like that. And you mixed whiskey, Fireball, cinnamon whiskey with raspberry, probably vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's apparently she's on the bathroom floor too, like still fucking puking at the house.
Yeah.
Saying to my brother, I'm like, I don't know, I must have the flu. Like this is
That's
just
hilarious. That is so funny.
He's like, no, not the flu, honey.
Yeah.
It's not the flu.
Oh
you
my
drank
God,
too much.
so funny.
We were supposed to go to the beach the next day too.
She was dead, right?
Yeah, I come downstairs and she's like curled up on the couch
moaning,
with a blanket.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, not going to the beach. She's
Yeah.
like, no, going to the beach.
Not going to the beach.
Yeah. I shot some guns.
Oh.
I went shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna join the NRA?
No, you know, it's funny because, you know, I shot guns when I was younger, 22s, shotguns. Actually shot a fucking what is the fucking Dirty Harry gun? The fucking
I don't fucking know.
you know, the fucking
I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I've never watched one of those movies.
This is the most powerful handgun in the world.
I've never watched one of those
You've never
movies.
watched Dirty Harry?
No, I have not.
Oh, you're missing out. Fucking
Sorry.
classic.
Sorry.
Classic. But I shot one of those once. You know what I mean? Why the fuck? I'm fucking brain dead.
Well, you are a little brain dead.
I'm a little brain dead. So it's the most powerful handgun in the world.
Okay.
So I shot one of those, but I haven't touched a gun since I'm probably 19. You know what I mean? And then so we went to the shooting range and we were shooting a 9mm, and it's different now. You're a little more cautious now. You're not so fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I feel like
everything gets different when you get older.
Yeah. So I just feel like it was a little more.
We're so reckless when we're teenagers.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit about anything. You know?
I mean, when I've shot that fucking Dirty Harry gun, I was probably 5'3". You know what I mean? And I'm holding it looked like a cannon in my fucking hands, and I'm shooting it up in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
crazy.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
Nuts.
So we just shot like a little 9mm. My brother-in-law, my nephew went. It was cool. You know, at the fucking shooting range too. You can start shooting. So you need an adult to hold on to the gun up to 13 years old. Like after 13, you can fucking let go.
After 13.
After 13,
That's
you
pretty
can
young.
shoot. It is young.
Yeah.
And what's crazy though, like they started doing that. Like before, you could shoot, I think, whenever. But there was a kid, I forget where it was, but he like shot like a fucking automatic weapon, and it fucking came back and fucking kicked him right in the face and killed him.
Really?
Yeah, like he held his finger on the trigger and it kicked back and shot himself right in the face.
Oh, man.
Yeah, kind of awful.
Yeah.
So, and then it was funny though too, because so you're shooting this and it's a fucking 9mm and it's got a clip, right?
Right.
So do you watch crime shows at all? Like
yes.
You know what a 9mm
Yes,
looks like?
I do.
It's not like a fucking revolver. You know what I mean?
I know all about it.
The fucking the casings, the shells pop right out of the gun. You know what I mean? And fucking my nephew's up there and he fucking shoots and it goes down his shirt and they're fucking hot.
Yeah.
And he's like jumping around with the fucking gun. I'm like, whoa, like fucking. And the instructor's like, yo, next time that happens, muscle it up and stop waving the gun around.
Yeah, don't wave the gun around. Yeah, oh my God. How terrifying is that?
Oh my God. I was standing next to him too, taking a picture of him. And fucking shoot one of us in the foot.
Oh my God. Or in the face. You hope you get shot in the foot.
He was kind of holding it down, so it would have hit him in the foot.
Jesus.
But I was like, oh, Jesus
no,
Christ.
thanks. That doesn't sound like something I'd want to do.
It was cool though. I fucking shot like a fucking goddamn sniper.
You think you're an FBI agent
Holy
now?
shit. I shot like a fucking sniper. I hit the bullseye every time. Sometimes I would pass the bullet right through the fucking other
No, you're such a liar.
Okay, I'm lying a little
bit. Such a liar.
But my fucking spread was amazing.
What a liar.
My spread was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your spread.
I had a nice fucking spread. It was good. And I
you.
actually got a fucking shell casing. I had a tank top on, and it fell right in the collarbone right here.
Yeah.
So I got a nice burn like right here. I muscled it up.
You feel very manly.
Yeah. Shooting guns.
Feel manly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job. Got a little testosterone boost.
It was fun. It was fun.
Good for you.
Yeah. Next time I'll shoot some shotguns.
Fantastic.
But holy shit, it's weird down there too, man. Like people go into the stores with no t-shirts on. You know,
really?
Yeah.
Like, so we had a guy come in here Friday night.
Oh, I heard with a kilt.
With a kilt and no shirt. I said, do you have a shirt? Because if not, get the fuck out. This is disgusting. And he was like, what? No shirt, no shoes, no service? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you can't sit at the bar with no shirt on.
No shoes, no... Yeah.
Yeah.
And he points at the dancer. She doesn't have a shirt on. I'm like, she's not a hairy, disgusting man.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'll get a shirt.
I heard he was a weirdo.
He got a shirt. Yeah.
What was his name?
You know who he is?
No, because somebody told me that, like Jace, somebody was outside.
He came with some guy who dresses up like the Gimp. I don't know what goes on here.
Fucking characters.
Yeah, I don't know what goes on. I mean, this is a freak show.
I was here Saturday night for a while.
They came back on Saturday, actually.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going to come back after the fight, but I was shot drinking since.
You said you weren't going to. I knew you weren't going to.
I didn't. But yeah, I had a nice time shooting guns. And
it wasn't very busy.
So it's funny because people walk into stores with no fucking shirts on, and at first, like I'm standing there and I see a dude walk in, I'm like, fucking tough guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden somebody else comes walking in, I'm like,
it's like normal because it's so hot.
It's hot, and it's like
that's kind of people come off the beach.
There was no beach, right? But it was fucking rednecks, like a lot of rednecks.
So weird.
A lot of big trucks.
Put
a lot
your
of big
shirt
trucks.
on. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it either. But it's different outside of New York, though, because, I know a lot of people who used to walk around without shirts on, even in Massachusetts and stuff like that. Pennsylvania, people do it. But in New York City, it's considered fucking rude.
Yeah. You can't walk into, like, a place without your shirt on.
No, or you don't, like, unless you're out jogging around the park.
Yeah.
Even if you're just walking around the sidewalk, it's kind of rude to not have your fucking T-shirt on.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. I think it's an intimidation factor. What, you trying to fucking...
Show off?
Yeah, you trying to muscle me up? Fuck you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just think sweaty men with no shirts on, like, I don't want them rubbing up near me. Like when you go to a show and all these guys take off their shirts and they're all sweaty.
That's fucking gross.
It's so gross.
That's gross. That annoys me at shows. If you take your shirt off at shows
and you're all sweaty and they're gonna walk by you and get their fucking sweat on you. It's disgusting.
That and backpacks annoy me at shows.
Yes, well, they shouldn't allow backpacks.
No, like what the fuck? It's like a little person on your back and you're bumping into me. Like it is. It's fucking annoying. Why don't you just give somebody a piggyback? Oh, it's fucking douchey. You know, a lot of hardcore shows is like that too. Like a lot of shows, every show.
Shows, yeah.
You know, I mean, especially in New York, because people don't fucking, you know. But it's funny. Like, empty your book bag. Let's see what you got in there worth fucking carrying around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a dry T-shirt.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. All right, we're at a half hour, so we're gonna wrap it up. You gotta get to fucking work.
I do.
We'll be back next week. We'll have some exciting shit coming up. We'll have some new.
I'm just exhausted from all of this fucking stuff that we've gone through in the last week and a half. So
yeah,
I
was pretty exhausted when I came back.
It's all exhausting.
I'm starting to get over it. I was ready.
Well, I'm happy that it's going to be September. I love the fall.
Yeah.
It gets me excited.
I was ready to fucking delete Facebook account. I was like, fuck everybody.
We have some Halloween stuff coming up.
We do. It's gonna be September's fun.
September's fun. October's my favorite. Awesome.
Yeah.
Going to be awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for listening, guys.
Thank you for listening. We'll have some exciting episodes coming up soon.
Are you saying we're not exciting?
No, I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. I mean, do you want to hear me ramble? I'll keep going.
No, that's all right. I think it's enough for today.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We, you know, unless we have a guest on, we'll go an hour, or if, you know, Frankie's reading the news real slow. But that's it. All right. Well, anything else now?
No, I got nothing to report.
All right. Listen to the Brooklyn Blast Furnace podcast. Listen to the Lucky 13 podcast.
Well, there's testosterone
you're listening
over
to
there.
right now. Oh my God, we had like 5 guests on this week.
All dudes.
It was like, yeah, and me and we're gonna start getting some little feminine on
Yeah,
there.
it's too much testosterone. I can't even listen to it.
Yeah.
It's too much. I've tried a couple times. It's so like, I feel like it's like a bunch of monkeys going, ooh, 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 ooh. It's like I can't take it. Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, some of them are good. They just had one when I was away. They had Joey James on there from you know, Inhuman and Silver Tomb Now and stuff like that. He was a great interview. You should listen to that one. He was really good.
All right, I'll try. I love him.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So,
I was bummed I didn't get to see them this weekend. I was too drunk. I couldn't hang. All right.
Thanks, guys.
We'll
talk to you soon.
Talk to you next
Later.
week. Bye.